the speaker is saying, China will get to the moon before we get back. And somebody in the audience says, so what? What do we care? No, we couldn't care less. And then people are just talking to each other, you know, on the screen here. And so and of course, that's why this is fantasy, because this would never happen. But in China, if they're assembling, the moon, they're saying, the speaker's saying the moon is enormously valuable. That's why we have been on the path to control the moon. Okay, that's kind of their own private thing. Well, later we jump ahead, and sure enough, they have a base there, and the guy says, yes, General, we have found large deposits of helium-3. Well, put whatever you want, rare earths, it doesn't matter, water ice, whatever it is of value, just substitute what you want, whether you're a believer or not, doesn't matter. But they have a base there. They've located a base. We jump ahead a little further. We're still arguing. And the guy is still saying, Chinese are on the moon, we need to act now. Yeah, the people are yawning, they're half asleep in Congress, and it's just as dysfunctional as it is today, you know, no difference. So China has nothing to worry about. Well, they've increased the size of their base. Some years of time has gone by. Now they're saying landing fees are required. They got a for rent sign over here. You know, what's missing is some big casino or some kind of entertainment type of thing is what's missing. You know, why not? And so no landing without permission and that kind of thing. So, gee, it's looking really serious. So back to Congress again. Oh, sure, now you wake up, and because they're saying, Mr. Speaker, we told you so. We told you so. Okay, yeah, well, is it too little too late? Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we're at KSC now. Chinese rocket ships are coming and going, and somebody in a building that has the American flag on it is saying, yes, sir, we are buying all the precious metals the Chinese are willing to sell. Look who's in control of this market, right? So now we switch to DC at nighttime, and so it says Chinese fusion reactors using extracted helium-3 are lighting the swamp, all right? So, but it really, we've gotten accustomed to it. We've been sedated here. So a guy is saying to her, he's saying, you got to give the Chinese credit. Look at their progress. A Chinese distributor is selling small package reactors for home use, and she says, wow, I want one too, let's go. Let's go get it. You know, so that kind of a fantasy is, of course, nothing like that would ever remotely happen. I'm sure that all of us here in the room would stake our lives right this minute that nothing like this scenario is remotely possible. Not in the least, right? 5 minutes. Okay, so it's not possible. But I'm trying to make a point that the fact is, I think that we can, if we get back to the policy discussion that was discussed here, so many important things were discussed at this last panel. And so we do need policies to help to change and clarify the permission to possess anything that is extracted, gases or metallics, anything from a geographical area of the lunar surface. Our company was sanctioned to not be interfered with by a policy change by FAST some years ago, where a launch will not occur from US soil that would vector a payload into an area where Bigelow Aerospace happened to have some activity ongoing. What needs to happen, probably further, is to define what that radius is. Because you have a blast area that could, if an accident were to happen, projectiles could travel a very long distance in a 1.6G. And that's really a close cousin then to saying, well, what about patent rights? What about mining claims? Are you going to sanction those as a sovereign country? You should. Again, it gets back to risking life and limb and capital, and for what point? What kind of investors are going to believe you or even care if you can't secure the deposits that you found in the drifts that were located? So those are kind of important. Not asking for ownership. We're asking for a fee simple land. We're saying mining claims, you own what you extract. Again, we're counting that the Chinese will have absolutely the same philosophy. As ownership-oriented as they are, they would want no more than that. I wouldn't want to count on that or stake something so huge. I think the moon is an unbelievably valuable asset. So I think that, do I hear a little chime or something? Maybe that's somebody's cell. 3 minutes. Let's see. So that's kind of the point here, is our company is going to be producing standalone stations that could be docked to the ISS. They can be free flyers. They can be repositioned with tugs to move from LEO to LLO. We will be putting these out the door, we think, at the end of 2020. And so that should fit it somewhere into part of this puzzle as a resource. Thank you very much.